Carolina, where Concerned Citizens of Tillery, a 30-year-old citizen group, had done some really impressive lay science around the water pollution and the air pollution that was having terrific effects on their health as a result of the rapid proliferation of hog farms. They have more hogs than people now in North Carolina, and they approached Steve Wing, epidemiologist at UNC. He got excited about what they were doing. They have had a partnership with federal funding for the last 17 years, and they've done remarkable work and gotten real policy change. CBPR also helps, of course, improve the cultural sensitivity and therefore, I think, the reliability and the validity of our surveys and other measurement tools. And for those of you doing air pollution and water pollution research, very often what you're doing is using a pre-existing data set, regulatory body data set. And what communities can do through this method called ground truthing is, of course, helping to verify the location, the accuracy of the information our data sets give us on air and water quality hazards, sensitive receptors. They're going to know if there's new daycare centers, if schools are closed, and all these things that may not be present in our data sets. They can locate and map additional hazards that we may have missed, and of course conduct community and air and water monitoring. This is just one example. This is one of 6 sites that the Southern California Environmental Justice Collaborative was using recently. Communities went out, looking at government data from the state of California, from their area, and all of those, if you can see the yellow crosses, those represent air quality hazards that were completely missing from the state data sources. So they were very helpful in updating the information. And I've used this more recently in Chinatown in San Francisco in a study of restaurant worker health and safety. They found they completely updated the health department's data on how many restaurants they're actually running. CBPR also improves cultural sensitivity in our interventions and thus the likelihood of success. And the example I wanted to share comes from the Chamaco project in Salinas, California, which is our big fruit basket of the world, we call it, the lettuce basket. This study's been going on for 12 years. It began with cluster randomized controlled trials in strawberry farms, and the goal was to reduce take-home exposure, particularly for the kids of the farm workers. But 2 of the interventions they wanted to test could have failed miserably without the advice they got from community advisory boards of farm workers. For example, they wanted to put these hand washing stations in the field for people to go over and wash frequently and see if that would do the trick. And the CAB said, in our culture, we believe that washing in cold water causes arthritis. So if you want to use it, you've got to heat up the water. And they did. Similarly, the women on the CAB said, when they asked them to wear these coveralls so that they could take them off at the end of the day and hug their kids without residue, they said, we're very modest people. We do not like our bums sitting up in the air when we bend over to pick the strawberries. So if you want us to wear a uniform, include a colorful scarf or a long shirt that we can wear. They did that. They got 92% of the people and 100% of the women wearing the new uniform. The hand washing successful, certainly before going home, also at the noon break. Not as successful some other times, partly because it's so far away from where they were working, they missed their whole break. But it was an indication that the community input, again, made a difference. CBPR also helped with real-time dissemination and translation of research findings, and I wanted to give you an example from a project I've been involved with, the West Oakland Environmental Indicators Project, in their partnership with an academic think tank called the Institute. West Oakland is an area that is bound on all sides by freeways. We've got 25,000, mostly people of color, living there, and it's a very popular destination for the port of Oakland and for it's one of the big ones, and the main post office. So all these trucks are racing through the neighborhood to save time. The asthma rate is 7 times for kids, 7 huge amount of truck idling outside the port, and as you can see, their exposure to diesel particulate matter 90 times the California average. So this community was really suffering. They released the report in a the findings in a very widely publicized report. So they got in the paper, they got in the nightly news, and then they said, okay, what are we going to do with this community meeting? They decide they want to get a truck route ordinance that stops the trucks from going through the neighborhood. They very wisely connected with a local city councilwoman who said, I will host a monthly meeting in my office while you hammer out the truck route. And the partners said, okay, but who else needs to be in the room? They decided truckers need to be in the room. Because if they don't agree, this isn't going to fly. The Port of Oakland